Hey guys, and welcome to the live stream for tonight. And this was an unscheduled live stream. So first of all, I apologize for that, but we've had some breaking news. Breaking news. And that is that Garmin, I think we've had a little bit of a leak on some new technology that's coming out. So if you don't know already, I saw some ads where it looks like Bass Pro accidentally leaked the LVS34 and GLS 10 LiveScope, and that's what I'm going to show you. So let me get that pulled up here. And I want to welcome you all to the live stream. If this is your first time by my channel, my name is Ryan. I'm the host here with RHINOjoe Outdoors, and I'm just a guy that likes to go fishing, catch fish, and I recently got a LiveScope system and have really enjoyed using it. But it looks like there's some new LiveScope technology that's the Garmin gods are going to bless us with for us meager little peasants down here in the fishing world. So what I want to do is show you exactly what I'm talking about. So when you look at this little ad here, you can see my mouse there, and we look at that, there's something very peculiar down here where my mouse is. That looks a lot different than the current Panoptix LiveScope that we all have gotten used to looking at. So I just really think that we've had a little bit of a leak here. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit, zoom in, and we're going to get a better look at this as we enjoy our night here together. So first of all, I appreciate you guys jumping on the old live stream, and I love jumping on here and talking fishing with you guys. But if you have any questions for me, always feel free to put them in the comments, and I will talk with you guys. We'll talk fishing, whatever. But we got to talk about this issue at hand here and see what's going on. So when you look at this here, it says new LiveScope Plus system with GLS 10 and LVS 34 transducer. So it's at $1699.99. So the things that they are claiming to have on this are, they are claiming to have improved resolution, reduced noise, clearer images, and better target separation. So it looks like also the LiveScope Plus, the LVS34 transducer only is $1,199.99. So, you know, that just tells me that, like, we've got some different technology coming out here. I really do think this is probably a leak on behalf of Cabela's and Bass Pro that they didn't really mean to do, but they're oftentimes like, they will put out their ads beforehand to kind of get people hyped. And what my suspicion is that they had planned on debuting this during the Bassmaster Classic, because traditionally, whenever you have things debuted in the fishing industry, it's usually one during the Bassmaster Classic or two during ICAST. And a lot of times it's around the Bassmaster Classic because it's one of the biggest events in the fishing industry. And if you've never been to the Bassmaster Classic, I would just tell you to go. It's probably one of the, like, my favorite things I've ever been to. But you can see, like, the whole transducer looks different than the current LiveScope. And I don't think this is anything that I'm like really surprised about. And if you wonder the reason why, it's because they've had tons of sales on the current LiveScope Panoptix system. They've had rebates on it. They had the big sales on the head units for Black Friday. And then my speculation, if I put my little tinfoil hat on, is when they put out that last update that I did a video on, which if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's in my video history. It's where I updated my units to upgrade to the new firmware software version for my chart plotter, which is the 93SV UHD. and obviously like I have the LiveScope attached to that, but they introduced the color limit feature on that update, and then they also had the ghost tree elimination on that update. A lot of people have been kind of upset about the update because they weren't really as impressed with it as they thought they would be. But the thing is that I really think that they probably included in the background on that update was probably something to support this. And that's just me making a speculation. I think they probably just added compatibility to use this in the background of that update. Complete speculation on my part. But for me, I'm really excited just because I love seeing the ingenuity when it comes to the fishing electronics game. And I'll tell you what, like, just like Go Outdoors said, he said, I want a LiveScope. We need some cash. Yes. I felt very fortunate that like I was able to get the $200 rebate whenever I got my LiveScope system. And that was like a mail-in rebate kind of thing where they send you a card back and stuff. And I actually ended up using the card they sent back. I used to buy new tires for my boat trailer. So that was kind of nice. But then I also got the Black Friday deal on my head unit. So I already had that head unit. And then I upgraded and added the LiveScope later on. And the thing is, guys, is that whenever you like use these units, the one thing I'll tell you is that the LiveScope is not going to catch fish for you. It's going to be a tool in your kit to be able to go fishing. You don't need LiveScope to go catch fish. It's been a great assistance whenever it's come to going crappie fishing. And I've really, really enjoyed using it. And it's been a ton of fun. But what I want to do is go ahead and show you all once again exactly what I'm talking about here. And if you're not, so let me see here. I'm going to try to transition here. So I am on, and this is the, we don't need that. This is the group that I'm on here, and this is the Garmin Fishing Electronics group on Facebook. You got like 38,000 members on here. So what I did is I actually saw this on here, and somebody, Keith here, posted it about this leak with respect to this unit. So that's how I was able to find this ad and be able to go in and see exactly what I was showing you guys tonight. So if you are looking for, a LiveScope system, it's just like with anything with respect to technology. So anything with technology, people a lot of times, like when they see something new comes out, they're like, oh, should I wait for the new system or should I get the old system? A lot of times they're going to heavily discount the older system. And really, guys, that's just like a personal choice on, how much money you have, how much, like you're really like invested in those new resources and the new capability sets of that new system. So if it were me giving you personal advice, what I would tell you is just don't wait. I mean, if you're really like on the fence about getting LiveScope, I'd just say get the current LiveScope. It's perfectly good for me, and I swear by it. I mean, the great thing about LiveScope is what it does. It allows you to really like see those fish and see how they're reacting. And that's like in my last video that I did, or the last trip that I did out with the LiveScope, what I did is I had on the bottom, and I was crappie fishing in this instance. So I had on the bottom jig, I had a Bobby Garland baby shad, and I switched up the color like multiple times. And above it, I had just a minnow on an Aberdeen hook. And what I was able to see is every single time I would have fish come up and look at that Bobby Garland and then go up and hit the minnow. But on other trips, what I've been able to do is put two different colors of soft plastic. So let's say it's a stained water day, and you're trying to figure out which color you want to go with. What I was able to do is put like a black and chartreuse Bobby Garland baby shad on the bottom, and then like a pink and chartreuse on the top. And then I was able to cast that out, and like 3 times in a row, they hit the pink and chartreuse. So then I switched both of those out to pink and chartreuse and was better able to target those fish. So like I said, it's just a tool that you can use in your toolkit to be able to catch fish. Let's see here. First of all, so like, you know, guys, like, I just want to welcome you all if this is your first time on here. Let's see. As of right now, I'll be happy with side and down imaging maybe this summer. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, like, when I got my Helix unit, I was like super impressed with the side imaging. It really helped me break down water. I was fishing from a kayak. So like the big thing with like using imaging was being able to break down water quickly in a kayak, and using, I would tell you right now that if I had the option to either go to LiveScope, if I had the option to spend the money on LiveScope, or I just the option to spend the money on side and down imaging, I would definitely go side and down imaging. Tim, as far as the Facebook group, yeah, man, like, I appreciate that Facebook group, man. Like, that's how I do a lot of my research on there, and I get on there and love seeing people post about different things about like the software versions and the capabilities. And honestly, like, one of the greatest things about using that page is when people talk about their settings, and they talk about like what they have their color gain set at, what they use their color limit set at. That's one of the biggest tools for me about using that page, is being able to go on there and see exactly like how people calibrate their units to get them to the best that they can get them. And yes, I can link the actual ad. Let me go ahead and do that. Get on here. All right, so, and the funny thing about all of this, guys, is that like when you get on that Facebook page, let me transition here. So when you get on that page, there have actually been people on here that have said that they've called Garmin and asked about this transducer, and they're denying it. They're completely denying that it even exists. So that's kind of what leads me to think that it's more so of a leak than anything, and that probably Bass Pro was just, you know, publishing their ad as usual, and probably didn't coordinate the best with Garmin on when they were going to announce this upgrade. Let's see here. I'm just scrolling down here through the comments. Yeah, make it rain. So here's exactly what I was talking about. Let's see here. All right, so if you look here, you can see that Travis called and said Garmin customer service today, and the rep said there's nothing on an LVS34, so either it's a hoax or something got leaked. So that's why I'm saying, guys, I really think this is a legit leak, and I really think that like this is something that they're probably going to talk about, you know, when we get to the Bassmaster Classic. So what's probably going to happen, guys, is whenever we get to the Bassmaster Classic, you're going to see a lot of the pros using this system, and they're going to talk about it. There's probably going to be a million commercials about it, and people talking about this new transducer and, you know, how it put them on the fish, and how, you know, the capabilities of this new transducer, you know, helped them catch their fish for the Bassmaster Classic. And, you know, that's how this marketing stuff works. And I mean, I'm not going to say I don't know what the capabilities are yet on the new system. But the thing is, guys, is like with everything that comes out, there's going to be a marketing like angle to it. But, you know, if I were to tell you guys, like, you know, just go out and go fishing and don't worry so much about like technology and stuff. And I mean, I'm sure this will be great and everything, but I do feel like the current, I do think currently, like, the current LiveScope system is pretty legit. And as Tim said, like, I think somebody would honestly have to have gone through a lot of effort to try to like fake that out. I'm going to do a little bit of research while we're on here live. So if you do have any questions, feel free to go ahead and type them in the comments. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on here, and I'm going to try to do a little bit more research while we are on here. Let's see here. Because I'm sure somebody probably got in trouble. Somebody is probably getting in trouble over this. Somebody's probably about to lose their job because they leaked this. I'm sorry, person that loses your job. You know, we all have love for you out here in the fishing community. But that's sometimes how, you know, things go whenever it comes to marketing. Like, it's so tough whenever you have like things like this that debut, and you know, things like this that come out, and it's like you've got to time everything out. But let me look here. So what I'm going to do is, so this is the Bass Pro that's closest to me. So they've got on here the next current 2 sales. So when you look at the ad that I was talking about, it says that it's for March 10th to March 30th. So they haven't published that yet. So it really makes me think that it's been a legit leak of the ad. So what I'm going to do now is try and see if I can even find this, looking for it. All right, so it looks like I found another. This is a different website here. So this is a different website. I got to figure out which page this is on. I'm thinking from the other one that it's going to be page 28. So what do we have here? So this is another website with this same weekly ad, valid 310 to 330, with the same thing, with the Garmin GLS 10 and LVS34 transducer. So whether they're all, you know, making the same ad here, which I really doubt, but probably legit. So that makes me think, guys, this is a legit leak. You know, like when you look at that ad, I mean, you can tell that that's like a Bass Pro ad. Looks just like their stuff. I don't think somebody would go through the effort of creating a whole fake ad to fake out something like this. I think it's a legit leak, and I think that we're going to see pretty soon here a lot of stuff about this coming out. I wonder if it's going to speed it up any because this has been leaked. That's going to be what's interesting. And so this is what I want to tell you guys, and that's what I would look to see is with this being leaked is if you're on Instagram, check out some of the like professional fishermen's pages. I would be really surprised if somebody doesn't post tomorrow on like a professional fisherman or something like that that posts like some teaser stuff about this unit. So if you follow any of those guys, like let me know like who you follow. If you see any of that stuff, let me know who posts it in the comments to this video. But I really think that's what's going to happen is they're going to start posting some teaser content, whether it's like an image, a screenshot of an image from the screen, or it's going to be like a picture of their boat with this transducer system on it. Something like that's going to probably leak within the next couple days as we head up to the Bassmaster Classic, which we all know is the Super Bowl of fishing. And whether you like to fish for any species, like it's the Super Bowl of fishing. But if you guys are new to my channel here, my name is Ryan. I'm the host here on RHINOjoe Outdoors, and I'm just a guy that loves to go fishing. I've been to the Bassmaster Classic. I love to go bass fishing. I love to go crappie fishing. I love to go fishing with my kids. Like, I just love to go fishing. But I'm just really excited about this news with this new leaked LVS34 and GLS 10 LiveScope. And if you guys currently fish with LiveScope, what I would like you to do is tell me your thoughts on it and like how it's changed your fishing and how it's made you adapt to how fish react to your lures. Because I will tell you what right now that like I think with the way that sonar and fishing electronics have gone, like they've really advanced to the point that like they can really help you adapt to how the fish are. And so whether that's side imaging, LiveScope, and you know, you have all these live sonars that are available now. But I will tell you right now that like after I will be honest, I have not seen the Humminbird Mega Live imaging in person. But everything that I've seen on video, I just think they just look like garbage compared to Garmin. And I think everybody is trying to catch up to Garmin when it comes to the LiveScope game. And I will tell you right now that like what I think this is this might be Garmin flexing a little bit and showing, hey, listen, we got this live sonar game down pat. And now we're going to come out with this new transducer, new system. And we are going to show you all that like, we own the live sonar game. But, well, guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. If you all are interested in stuff like this, whether it comes to LiveScope or just fishing in general, please feel free to check out the channel. Like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Share it with somebody if you think somebody wants to know about this possible leak of new technology. And as always, guys, as I always say, don't forget, get outside, do something awesome, and take somebody with you if you get a chance. And I'll see you guys out there on the water, on the bank. We're going to be catching them. Tight lines.